is there a book?
Oh, come on.
Hello everyone, we are at the Leeaberra Track on the east coast, or near the east coast of Tassie, in the Douglas-Apsley National Park. We're going to Heritage Falls and then to another campsite on the Douglas River. So we're basically hiking about half the track and then going out, possibly just walking through the river. The road to get here is very rubbish, and we were lucky that we had a guy from Tiger Adventure Tours who was able to take us up here, who we'd all highly recommend, because it saved a lot of walking along the road. And yeah, we'll see how the track goes. So, depending on how much I ended up filming, I'll either make this a one-part or two-part video. But as you can see, for now at least, it's a pretty easy track, nicely marked and everything. But from what Louise behind me has said, it doesn't stay this nice, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough when we get closer to the waterfalls, which are meant to be about 2 hours away before we get to Heritage Falls. And yeah, so I'll see you closer there. Currently travelling beside this little creek, and despite a fair bit of rain recently, it's still only a trickle of water. Hopefully that's not a sign for what the actual falls will look like. And maybe this creek normally is just dry and it's good that it's flowing a little bit. But I don't think we're too far away from the campsite above Heritage Falls, and then it's about a half-hour walk down to the waterfall from there, because it looks like we're heading towards the Douglas River, which is where the campsite is. So I'll probably see you there, and then we can suss out the route down to the waterfalls. Right, so we've hit the fairly uninspiring campsite next to the Douglas River, and yeah, we're going to be going down to Heritage Falls now, which is that way, and then coming back here and going that way on the rest of the hike. The sign says 45 minutes return, but Louise said it will take closer to twice that because the track is very rough / non-existent, but I'm sure we'll find out pretty soon, and I'll see you a bit further down that way. Very pretty spotty by the river, although the track has quickly become not a track, just basically finding a way along the left bank of the creek here.
Go out and roll down the hill.
I think we're getting close to the top of the falls. I reckon they're just down there. It's really very pretty here, but although the rocks are incredibly slippery, especially after a bit of rain. I'll see you at the top of the falls at that big boulder there. This is the very top of Heritage Falls, and it goes down to what looks like a pretty awesome pool down there. And if you look 50 metres further downstream, that's Leeaberra Falls. So you can potentially actually photograph both at the same time. The rugged scenery around here is just amazing. I'm looking forward to setting up the tripod down at the bottom as well, so I'll probably see you down there. Okay, so it turns out to get to the base you have to climb up a fair ways from the top of the falls, and that's what we've done now. We sort of went the wrong way, we just climbed up this big scree slope, and now we're on a bit of a canned route, although it's yeah, not super clear. But yeah, we're on the left side of the falls and going over this bluff, and then it's apparently a very, very steep and dicey climb down. As you can see from Louise down there, it's a very unstable and rocky descent. It's very easy just to kick rocks over, so we're trying to space out a little bit. Yeah, it's all very, very loose. Well, we made it to Heritage Falls, and it's a really spectacular little waterfall. Just sort of drops about 15 metres through a bit of a nook in the cliffs. And the pool at the bottom here is just incredible. We'd love to come in summer to see, well, to be able to swim in there, because yeah, that'd be quite something, I reckon. And just downstream is Leeaberra Falls, so that's where we'll be off to now. So I reckon I'll see you there. So obviously that's Heritage Falls just up there. Here's the top of Leeaberra. And check out that pool. That just looks incredible. At least like, oh, I don't know how deep, but very deep. And it's an interestingly shaped waterfall as well. I'm not exactly sure how we get to the bottom, but I'm sure I'll find out pretty soon. See you down there. So we've made it to the base of the very pretty Leeaberra Falls. To be honest, the view from the top is good enough that I don't think you necessarily have to come all the way down here, because it was a very rough hike over that ridge there. However, the falls really do make up for that fairly nasty hike. The pool is just incredible, and it's just a very serene sight, very different to Heritage Falls. Another great one for a swim in summer, I would say. Alright, so we're back at the campsite from before, and we just had lunch, and now we're off towards the campsite on the Douglas River, which is apparently about a 2.5 hour walk up a hill for an hour, then down for an hour and a half or so. So we'll see how it goes. So we've been going a while since lunch, and it's been not the most exciting walking. It's been a lot of this sort of cutting grass stuff. In some places taller than this. And other than that, just dry sclerophyll forest. Although at least the route's been mostly pretty clear. There's been a lot of orange triangular markers which sort of show you the way, so they're pretty good. Still a fair bit of climb to go before we get to the top, but I'll probably see you at the high point, I reckon, unless something else happens. So it's getting pretty late in the afternoon, and I think we're starting to near camp now, because it should just be down at the bottom of this descent. I think I might wrap up the video now though, because I'm a bit tired, to be honest. I want to make sure I don't forget to. I haven't filmed in a very long time, actually been a couple of hours. We've just been going along this ridge kind of, and then descending, and we did lose the track for a while actually. We went on the wrong track, so just make sure you, if you're hiking it, keep to the trail that's marked by the orange triangles, and because we followed a track marked with cans that went off to some peak. So anyway, I think I'll make this a 2-part video, and yeah, we'll be camping down there. I might give you a quick look at the campsite, but other than that, I'll see you in the morning to see some more waterfalls on the Douglas River.